I've decided to start giving my thoughts, not that anyone cares, on celebrities, specifically on the stories reported by TMZ. Why TMZ? I'll let you know later on in this video, but first off, it wouldn't be a proper moan about celebrities video if I didn't start with Canadian pop sensation Justin Bieber. I don't really care about his music, I don't particularly like it, so I don't listen to it. But this story caught my eye. Like any respected celebrity, Justin likes to throw parties at his mansion, and by the sounds of it the parties get quite wild because he's going to sue anyone who talks about them for $5 million. Before he lets anyone into his humble abode, he makes them sign this document. This is a liability waiver and release, which causes contractual agreement that if anyone talks about the party, they'll get sued. And not just that, but if they use any other means of social media, they'll get sued even more. First off, if you violate the waiver, that's $5 million. If you tweet about the party, that's another $5 million. If you blog about it, another $5 million. And if you Instagram it, you guessed it, another $5 million. For those of you keeping score at home, that's $20 million, or 12.5 Batmobiles. I was going to rant about Justin's previous experience with marijuana and why that's probably why he's hiding this party, but since there may be an onslaught of believers arguing about that in the comment section if they ever unearth this video, maybe I should stick to speculating that he's having an innocent little drug and alcohol free gathering in his mansion in which him and his friends can drink milkshakes and watch their favourite Disney movies, as long as Selena Gomez isn't in them. Moving on. Zack Galifianakis, also known as a man whose last name is the second hardest thing to spell in existence, the first being that town in Wales, has proven recently why I still have faith in humanity. The story goes back to 1994, before he was a big celebrity and just a struggling comedian. He used to use a laundromat to do his washing, which is where most people would do their washing if they didn't have a washing machine. And when he did, there was an old lady there who he befriended. The story is that the lady used to help people with their washing and possibly lived at the laundromat, surviving on just the tips she got from it. Unfortunately, Zack lost communication with this lady for a while, but after Zack's fame blew up, he then discovered she was homeless. At which point, Zack bought her an apartment and pays the rent for her. She's accompanied him to premieres of the Hangover movies and is commonly mistook for his date. This is an amazing story. It's about how kind people can actually be and someone using their fame and fortune to help someone out. That or Zack has a thing for older chicks. Good for you, Zack. Good for you. And finally, I can show you I decided to use TMZ as my source of news. The following types of stories induce a little voice inside me to want to say, oh my god, who the hell cares? It's stories like Britney Spears eats a KFC bucket that makes me find this website hilarious, and the following is no exception. Look at this picture, combining Bradley Cooper and a Borat mustache. This was a story someone on a popular celebrity news website thought was worth reporting. At the Hangover 3 premiere, if Bradley Cooper had a mustache, he'd look like Ron Burgundy. Nothing else was stated in the story, just, hey, look how Bradley Cooper looks like the guy from Anchorman without a mustache. There's no real importance to this story, but now, thanks to TMZ, whenever I watch The Hangover Part 3, I'll only be able to refer to Bradley Cooper's character as not Ron Burgundy. Thanks TMZ, you stay classy. The last story of interest I found this week is one of my favourite celebrity mishaps. Musician Miguel was in the news because of his performance at the Billboard Music Awards. He jumped between two stages and accidentally leg dropped a fan. Now I'm a wrestling fan, and aside from the fact that this was clearly an accident, this was a very good leg drop. If this took place inside a wrestling ring and instead of a female fan the opponent was John Cena, this would be a very good move. The master of the leg drop himself, legendary wrestler Hulk Hogan, even commented, saying, "Miguelamania! At least you did it right, brother." Thank you, Miguel, for showing us that even celebrities make mistakes, and when they do, it's a lot funnier than when us normal people do. Thanks for feigning interest in this video. The links to the stories are in the description. Goodbye.